hockey, fast, physical, and it seemed like you guys settled in. How happy are you with the 60-minute effort from your group here tonight?
Yeah, it was solid. Really solid, I thought. We had a lot of good looks. A lot of attempts. Maybe we could know a little bit more, but I thought we played a pretty solid two-way game.
You took that high stick there. What was the conversation between you and the ref? It looked like he was originally saying follow through, but then they eventually get the call right.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much. Obviously, they made the right call. It's smart. They call it a penalty, then they can just take it away if to follow through. That's why there was review there. So, I knew hints. It was hints. It wasn't Granlund. Saw the white tape in my face. So, but glad they got it right.
There was a lot of talk about lack of playoff experience from the goaltenders coming in. Just how do you feel like Mackenzie handled tonight?
It's just hockey. It's hockey. Prepare your best, do your best, and see the chips fall. I think that's all you can really do. It doesn't matter game 40 or game one of the playoffs. And he's an amazing goalie, and I think I have a lot of trust in him, obviously, and he made some huge saves tonight. It easily could have been 2-2, and all of a sudden it's 5-1. So it's a completely different game with his saves.
Thanks so much, Nate.
Tonight, but also really since he's arrived in December, what have you noticed about his play? What makes him so good?
Yeah, he's incredible. It's when you have a guy like that back there that gives you that confidence, he's very confident in that. And, so if you do something, make a mistake, he's going to hopefully be there. And he definitely showed up tonight. So hopefully he can continue to do it because he's a huge piece of our team and great guy and obviously a great player.
There's a lot of plays, just one. Manson to Taze down low. Defense, you guys score a lot, but that was obviously a pretty sweet, important play.
Yeah, great play by them, great play by Taser driving the net, Mance to see him, and great play by OC seeing that. So, again, I felt like everything was connected tonight. We just got to find a way to continue to do that.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks.
So to take care of the puck, make sure we're supporting each other, maybe it's little chips up the boards and putting them behind them, and try to make them come 200 feet. We're a pretty good team in that way. Not many teams are going to come through us that easily if we're playing in the right spots.
Did you feel like you guys settled in from that first period to the second, where maybe the first was a lot of that kind of first period of playoff adrenaline?
I think so. You come out, everyone's excited, everyone comes out, guns a-blazing, and you got to have that. It's good to have emotion, but you got to have controlled emotion. And I think the more you do that, the better success you can have, and just focus on what's ahead of you and what's in front of you. The crowd's into it, we're into it. It's a lot of build-up, right? So if you can control that, it's huge, and it can work in your favor that way.
After a performance like that, what's this group's confidence like in Mackenzie Blackwood?
I think it's been pretty high for. Ever since I've gotten here. Not that I knew these guys too much before, just playing against them here and there, but seeing them up close, seeing the way they work, the way they play down the stretch since I've been here, and got to witness it. Pretty good duo back there. Enough can't be said about the saves that he made tonight. Kept us in it, kept us ahead. He was huge, as he's been the whole time I've seen him, pretty much.
MacKinnon's goal probably isn't how anyone would have drawn it up, but how did the momentum change after that?
Sometimes those are playoff goals sometimes, right? Sometimes you got to play soccer out there and put one top shelf. You're doing the right things. Nate makes a good play to him, gets a shot off, rebound, you go to the net hard. Sometimes those things happen where you get a rebound like that, it goes off your body and in the net, but it's sometimes you get those bounces when you're doing the right things, and that's just a testament to the way that Lecky plays and what he brings, and that's a huge goal, and it's not your typical goal, but it's a huge one.
Nathan MacKinnon had the power play goal tonight. I believe he only had one in the last 2 hours. Just how much does it raise this team's ceiling when he gets that power play unit firing?
Well, yeah, we have plenty of firepower out there with those guys, and when they can come through like that, it's definitely huge. But even when they're just getting their chances, and sometimes their goalie plays well, or maybe they have a good stick on a PK, and I think that 5-on-3, they had chance after chance after chance, which is good to get those opportunities. Yeah, you want to finish, but they stay at it, they keep a cool head, and they capitalize later on. And that's huge. Just stay with it. Don't let frustration creep in, and just take care of business. So it's always huge when he's going.
Sorry if you were asked about this earlier, but it seemed like every time you guys scored a big goal, there was a save by Blackwood on the play right before it. Just what can you say about his game today in general?
Not enough. He was awesome. Yeah, you kind of nailed it. Like every time we needed a big save, he was there. Whether to keep us tied, keep us ahead. Every step of the way, they got a chance. We had a little breakdown, and he shut the door. And you need that playoff time to win these tight games. You know, it's a game of inches, and he earned it. And yeah, enough can't be said about the game that he's played tonight.
Thanks so much, Charlie.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, thank you, Charlie.
Yeah, you got it.
Mackenzie, when you've played 200-something games in this league and you're waiting for that first playoff game, just what was today like for you? What was the day like? What was the game like?
Oh, it was pretty special. You know, I've been waiting to play in the playoffs for a long time, and you know, it was great to finally get my first one.
Jesse.
Mackenzie, both Jared and then some of your teammates talked about the fact that a lot of the offense seemed like it came right after big saves from you. How nice is it as a goaltender you can come up with those big saves and get the immediate goal support?
It's great. Yeah, it makes them a little bit more rewarding.
Eric.
Devon, not just on the goal that you guys connected on, but having Josh Manson back in the lineup this time of year, just what does he bring?
Yeah, I mean, Mance and Lindy, getting both those guys on the back end is huge. Just the calmness, the presence that they bring, and the physicality they bring, and the puck moving ability. It just kind of rounds our group out back there, and we feel really solid with the 6 guys we're playing. The guys we don't have playing tonight, we feel solid with them too. But we're happy to have these guys healthy and back. And yeah, Mance's puck moving, his ability to jump up in the rush and play hard minutes for us is huge.
Here.
Mackenzie, what makes someone like you sign a 5-year extension 3 weeks after joining a new team? You know, a trade sometimes can be jarring, it can be unsettling, but it seems like it did quite the opposite for you.
Yeah, I mean, came to Colorado, good team, good people. I felt it right away, and they offered me a great contract. So, I mean, seemed like the perfect storm.
Mark.
For Mackenzie, Nathan MacKinnon was saluting you by basically saying how calm you were, and it's just hockey. In this situation, was it just hockey for you? How slow was your heartbeat, or how fast was your heartbeat?
Yeah, I mean, the way I approached the game today was the same. Obviously, a little bit more intensity. You could feel it around the rink, but I mean, you have to go do the same job. I don't want to change things about my game. You know, I know what I have to do to have success, so try to just approach it like a big game and, you know, go do the best I could.
Jared Bednar, Jesse.
Coach, you told us, I think it was earlier this week, that you weren't worried about Arturi Lehkonen because he scores big goals. He gets you guys going here today?
Yeah, he does. I mean, he's such a big game player and competitive player. Like I said, like, if he wasn't getting any scoring chances, and then that's a different story. But he's been racking up scoring chances on a nightly basis, and it's a matter of time for him, you know, and seems to come through in big moments all the time, and tonight was no different to get that first one.
Eric and Corey.
Jared, it felt like every time you guys had a big goal, there was a save from Blackwood at the other end. Just what did you think of his game overall, and especially in those clutch moments?
Thought he was outstanding. Yeah, I did, because like, I thought we were doing a really good job 5-on-5 on the defensive side of it. Certainly we have some things we can clean up, but I think their power play and the way they attack the net and get around the net, it gets super dangerous. We had a couple failed clears on our penalty kill that led to some chances against, and I mean, they're grade A chances. And we're trying to do the right things in that front, but, you know, bouncing pucks, lots of bodies there, and they came up with a few of them and put them on net, and Blackie was huge. So he allows us to keep the game at 0-0. And we had our chances too, and Ottinger did the same thing, but that was a big first playoff game for him, no question.
Corey, then Pierre.
Before the game, you said you needed to attack the middle of the ice and create havoc in front of Ottinger. How did you feel that went?
You're not going to score from on the perimeter. You just and same thing with our guy. Like, if you want to score goals, you got to get to the interior of the ice, and you got to get there repeatedly, because they're good goalies on both sides of it. So, I mean, obviously that's the goal of every team, not just to sit on the perimeter and shoot pucks. So I thought we did a nice job. We got to some rebounds. We created some good looks, both off the rush and 5-on-5 in zone. It's a tight checking game. It's highly competitive in every battle, every race. And so the amount you get there is not going to be the same as a Tuesday night in November, regular season. It's going to be harder. So the competitive spirit of your team has to go up, and I thought it was up tonight, and we created enough looks to win the hockey game.
Here then, Evan.
Just adding to your comments on Mackenzie Blackwood, it's pretty rare for a team to swap out the entire tandem mid-season, as you guys did, and how impactful were those moves from Chris McFarland, and where would you guys be without that?
I can't say enough about the moves that he made, like to sort of revamp our team. We came back with a lot of the same guys, and we were banged up early in the season, and we got to look at our guys going into this season and what we liked and what we didn't like, and I feel like as a coach we're like really lucky because we revamped the most major parts of our lineup. The two goalies right away, strength down the middle of the ice when you get Drury, Coyle, and Nelson. And added some grit and determination on the back end and Lindgren, and like all the pieces, including depth pieces that we added, serve a purpose. And so they put us in the best. It's never easy winning regular season. Playoffs, it gets even harder every single round, and I think that they've put us in the best possible chance to succeed, that we feel like we have a good team, and it's up to us now to go play our best hockey for 2 weeks at a time, as far as you can possibly go, and try to reward the organization.